Sorry, you guys. I literally just broke my light. It just snapped off. Just snapped right off. So, yeah, the lighting's not really is great right now, but it's going to be all right. We're going to figure this out. We're going to do this. It's still going to happen. So, post your questions. If you haven't been here before, welcome. Check out the description of this video, and that will tell you kind of how things work around here, so it shouldn't be too confusing for you. Hi, Jenna. I haven't seen you in weeks. Shit. Anyway, if you're returning, thanks for coming again. Happy to see you guys here. So I'm going to answer questions, probably about 10 or so, and of course donations take, first dibs, first choice, priority. But I'm going to try to answer some free questions as well, of course. So again, read the description if you need to know more information about how to donate or, just basically how things work around here. Ooh. And let's get started, okay? Yeah, I'm not going to have a list today. It's just going to be random selection. So if you post your question, I might see it and answer it. Okay, so I'm not going to pick favorites or anything like that. It's not going to be, priority will go to people that are new subscribers today. Like if it's your first day today, then I'm going to be looking at, your stuff first. So, oh, thank you. Woo! Okay. So I'll be looking at your questions first, though. If you're new, how does Justin feel about me? Let's see. Thanks. Thank you. He's a Pisces. Okay. How does Justin feel about baby girl? Oh, wow. So, it could turn out that this is, first we get Wheel of Fortune, so it's like, yay, but then we get Three of Swords, so it tells me it's like kind of like you have a good chance of this not ending well, and somebody's going to end up feeling stuck too. So what I do see underneath is that it's a short-lived thing. It happens very quickly. It comes in very quickly. It ends very quickly. And, I think really it ends because you see that there's happiness, elsewhere or in other ways and with other people or in other situations. It's not really something that you feel the need to hang on to. But this person, I think, feels, I think they're interested, but basically, I don't know if they see that or not, if it would happen quick or not, but it seems like this relationship is perceived as like it's not going to be taken very seriously, or it's just going to end very quickly, or it's just not going to be anything at all. Like it's basically something that's not really taken seriously, I guess you could say. I feel like they look at it as in they're interested, but they're not going to like want something committed. And that could just be because this person's not a committal type, So it's like they're interested, but like how far does it go? Is it like just attraction, I would like, before you do anything with them, I would, unless that's what you're looking for is something that's not serious, but if you are, then I would just kind of like get to know the person first, and you'll soon see that they're not into being in a committed relationship, or maybe they will change their mind and be interested. But if you go too quickly with this, it's just going to end very quickly. Damn. Why did he say that? What are his intentions? Like, what are his words meeting his intentions? Okay. Well, yeah, it does say that he's looking for some kind of balanced situation. He's looking for some kind of fairness, some kind of like something that makes sense, something that's fair, you know? So I wouldn't end the reunion. So, and this is communication too. So for them to say these things, I feel like they're serious about that. I mean, but the thing is, with the Page of Wands here, maybe it's something that he decides, oh, I went too quick with it. Maybe soon he's going to see that he, you know, he promised more than he could really, you know, offer, or something to that effect. Like he, you know, the Page of Wands here is showing, you know, there's this like this action without really any forethought, and it's maybe going to be regretted later. Not the whole situation, but just, you know, how quickly it went, and how quickly he kind of, you know, promised these things or said these things would happen or whatever, or said how he felt, and it was just too soon, like it was too quick. But with the Hierophant here, it does seem like, you know, there is a likelihood of a commitment we're talking about. But it's, you know, to me, I feel like with the Page of Wands, it's kind of like a thing that happened really quickly, and maybe you should just slow it down a bit if you can, so that he can know he's making the right decision, instead of having to regret things later and be like, oh, this is not what I wanted, very, you know, this is like too soon, and this is happening so fast and everything. Just make sure he knows exactly what he wants. And there's really no way for you to do that, because people can say things that they don't mean. But I feel like he does mean it right now. It's just that, like, later on he might be like, oh, this is getting too serious, you know, basically too quickly. Like I wish we would have just not gone so quickly with this. So try to slow it down if you can. Thank you. Right on, Jenna. Cashapp. This little girl. Don't even do it. This is chocolate, by the way. Look how big she is now. Yeah. Yeah. I forgot about that. They're huge now. It's crazy. That's chocolate. Do you remember chocolate? Oh my God. She's huge now. And she's a sweetheart now. I used to not really like chocolate that much, because she was a spaz and she was like annoying, but she's cool now. She's super cute. And plump. She's plump. Okay, so Chip is huge too. Oh my God, he's still a cuddler. Okay. Trust me, we will be seeing Chip in a second, wherever he's at. Okay. What's coming towards me in love? Need some more of this. I'm just not feeling it tonight. Priyanka. Okay. What's coming towards her in love? A Cancer person? Or forward movement, somebody coming towards you. So somebody's closed it off though, and it's happening very quickly. So let's see. First of all, we have, you know, the situation where somebody is like coming towards you, and maybe you're a bit closed off, but they're not going to care. They're going to kind of try to break right through that. and come to you anyway, even though you seem unapproachable right now. You said you're Cancer. Okay. Do you feel like you've been closed off lately, or do you feel like you've been trying to pursue someone who's closed off, basically, or emotionally unavailable, maybe something like that? You know, because we have these energies of like, well, first of all, Cancer, if that's you, it could be a Cancer person coming towards you, but I feel like more that would be you then. And it seems like you're either going towards somebody who is closed off, or you're feeling closed off. Okay, so something from the past is kind of holding you back here. You're trying to find your stability again and kind of like regain your, you know, I guess, you know, your structure, your balance, your, you know, your you again, like your life, how it used to be. Because something happened to where you're not able to really let it go. It could be that you're holding a grudge on something, or it's just something that you've tried to move past, but you're very firmly stuck in the past with your other foot, like very defensive about it. I mean, it's personal. So it's like, you know, this foot is stuck in the past. This foot wants to move forward and have new adventures, but it's just something that is not very easy to make happen just because of whatever this is that's holding you back. So that could be you that's closed off then. But very quickly, what's the Knight of Swords here for? You said, yes, I'm stuck in the past. Okay, so you're going to be getting therapy, or you're going to be exchanging ideas. Like, there should be more than one person involved. Like, you'll be exchanging ideas with people and trying to get their advice on things, and also like their take on things. It's not just their advice, but like how they perceive it, because you're not even really sure if how you perceive it is correct or if it's right. But it doesn't really matter how, like, if it's right or not. I mean, really, it is like however you feel is like, there's no right or wrong, right? So it's like, really, with the Hermit card here too, you're gonna have to trust what you feel, and you're gonna have to go into yourself and figure out what that is, so that you can actually feel better. And it seems kind of like, if I want to feel better, I'm not gonna think about all this bullshit. But no, you have to. Like, that's how you get past it. So very quickly, that's going to be a big change for you. You're going to be wanting to exchange your ideas with other people and get their ideas as well, in regards to like healing and stuff like that, and just like perspectives on, you know, getting through things, getting past things. And also, but it's also going to be a time of your own isolation, your own thoughts, you know, and kind of like meditation in a way, or like journaling, something like that. And so when you're doing the hermit mode, that's like not a time to listen to other people, but there is going to be a time to listen to other people and to want to exchange ideas with other people and get their take on things. So it's important for you to not isolate right now. But once you do this hermit mode, you can isolate, but not isolation for the sake of like being like, I don't have anybody to talk to, but like you're choosing to be on your own and isolate for that time. So there's a time for people and there's a time for isolation, but it's not like forced, you know, like this is you choosing to be isolated for a second, so you can get past this. And this is really kind of taking a toll on your action taking, your motivation, your determination, you know. King of Wands here, it's like you're wanting to focus on your stability, but basically like this whole thing is making it difficult to do that. You need to open yourself up a little bit more. I know that's hard to ask of you. It's hard for me to ask that of you, just because you know, of whatever happened, you're very sensitive and vulnerable right now. But the thing is, if you keep closing yourself off and being to yourself, you're going to feel what you feel is like, it's going to make you go crazy. You know what I mean? Not literally, but you're going to be in your own head. You need to like get other ideas in your head so that you can be more positive about this and maybe see a way out, you know, not just like dwell on it, because you can do that. You can do that, and that won't be fun. Okay. So yeah, it doesn't really seem like anything in love. It seems like more you would be kind of on your own right now trying to heal first. And that honestly is probably the best idea, because if you aren't, especially in the vulnerable state you're in right now, you could get with a person who just sees that and tries to play off that, which wouldn't be good. You want to be in like the best mindset and the best like you want to be at your best self when you go and try to date someone else and add someone else to your life. You don't want to be like in a state of like need in any way, because then somebody could like take advantage of that. And not even that, like that's just how my Scorpio rising mind thinks. But you know, it's not even that. It's just because you're not your whole self, you know? And it's like you're going to be looking for something in other people, and you're going to get disappointed because no one can give you what you're missing, you know? Only you can. So yeah, it's probably best to do that. It's good that you're open to that, because that's probably the best thing for you right now. Especially this, you know, you feeling like this kind of like you can't let go of something. I mean, add someone else to the mix. Oh God, it's messy. You know what I mean? It's like, don't even try that. It's just not, seemingly, it wouldn't be a good idea. But, you know, you can do whatever you want to do. But I think that's a good idea of yours right there. You know? You'll be a lot happier when you feel like you can actually date because you want to add something to your life, not because you need to, you know, fill a void of any kind. That's a lot to put on a person, you know? We've all done it, but it's a lot to put on a person. Like, you have to like be something that I've never had. Like, what? How? Never gonna work. Okay. Current feelings for me and what he is thinking right now. I think basically they're focused on their, they see an opportunity, but they're focused more on the opportunity they have. They're trying to like find themselves. I feel like they're in a situation where like their stability is mainly focused on, you know, them finding themselves and them going out and doing something like for themselves. It's not really about other people at this point. But they are wanting to take action towards something. But the thing, yeah, towards money and, well, security, stability, things like that, whatever that means for them. So it could be money, a home, a job, whatever it is, you know, a car, whatever it is. Material things, though, things that we can touch, feel, hold, and see and smell and taste, you know, things that are real. Material items, though, not like emotions or anything like that. It's like that he's searching for stability. So, and he'll have a lot of opportunities to find that. It's just, you know, he's got a lot on his plate right now. We have 2 10s here and an ace of pentacles, which is good. That means opportunity for stability. So it's not really so much about emotions right now or about love. The thing that I do see about emotions at all with the cups here is the 8 of cups, which is the one I showed you, which is him trying to kind of like find what is valuable in his life and what, you know, what to strive towards, you know, what to strive for. So that's the only cup we really have here, and so it's really focused on his own life and finding himself, you know. The 2 10s, though, 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Pentacles is good because that's what he's looking for, is basically stability and security in many different areas. So he'll find that. It's likely he'll find that because he's determined to find it. The thing is, though, he might get, you know, kind of stuck along the way. It might take him a little bit of time because he's going towards things too quickly and he doesn't want to like follow through with things. So he's starting things and not finishing. And so it's like there's going to be a lot of projects left scattered around that aren't finished. And he's putting a lot on his plate too. This could be one of the reasons he's not finishing out things that he's starting, because he has so many things on his plate that he's just like, I can't do all of it. And he just doesn't, you know, but that's, yeah, so I don't really see anything about anybody else right now. This seems like this is, you know, because 8 of Cups, this is a solo journey into the mountains there. Very much determined to find what means something to him, you know, and how to, like he's trying to find a life that's fulfilling for himself. He's not really trying to like do things for other people. But the thing is too, when he's doing this, he's kind of doing this all on his own, which for him is a good step, but he could ask for help sometimes when he probably won't. And that's where it's going to be like the 10 of Wands, where he's carrying all this weight and he can't do it all on his own, but he's going to try, and it's going to be a little bit difficult, but he'll, you know, he'll be fine. It's just, this is all about him right now, basically. So just don't stress. I mean, it's not like anything bad. It's just, plus you want people to be at their best self when they're dating you. You want him to be feeling good about himself when he gets into a relationship with you, because then there's like the best chance of it working out. If somebody's broken, I mean, no offense, we're all a little broken, right? But it's like, it's going to be a little more difficult, and it's going to be a little bit more unhealthy, isn't it? Like, if they're going to be all like broken and they're going to need some help and some healing, it's kind of not going to be the most healthy thing to be in a relationship with someone like that. Not like you can't. I mean, we've all been there, but it's just, you want someone to be whole, and you want someone to be feeling good about life and about themselves, and know where they're going and know what they want and know what they're doing and know who they are. You want them to figure that out first. So just give them some time to do that. It'll be better that way. It seems like not just money, but it seems like, his security all the way around. So maybe the place he lives, if he talks to his family or not, if that makes him feel secure, whatever makes him feel secure, his job, definitely money has something to do with that, most likely, but it's not just money, but it's just whatever makes him feel secure. So if he has a place to live, if he has a car, a job, those things make people feel secure too. So it's all of those things. And whatever it means for him, really, it's personal. For everyone, it's different. Some people don't feel secure when they have money. I don't really know who, but, like for an example, some people just, they need a few things to feel secure. Some people just need one thing. Some people don't need shit, but I don't know who they are either. But, everyone's different. So I can't say what it is for him, but it's, a combination of those things. Job, money, house, people who depend, like, not depend on, but supportive people, to make you feel more secure and like you have, like, you're good. That makes sense. Because he's really not focused on all of this right now, You know what I mean? Like, that's why he's not expressing it, because he's not really feeling all of that right now. It's not really his main thing, right now. So I wouldn't stress on that too much. I mean, really all you need to know is that he's going through some shit, and he's got to get some time to himself to figure it out, because only he can really fix it for himself. So don't try to do that. Don't try to fix him, because it won't work. It's not on you, and it won't work. I mean, you can't. You can try, but you can make it a little bit better, but really he's going to have to figure this out. And that's what he's trying to do. So I'm hurting from a little bit of an argument with my partner. I'm just trying to understand why I feel so upset. Okay. Hi, Danielle. Let's see. Well, I feel like I can already say why, but I want to know why she's so upset about this argument. Okay. So there's a personality here that is very independent. In thought, in action, in their own perspective of things. Basically, there is some kind of an unhealthy thing here. It could be the attachment you guys have. It could be addictions of some kind. It could be habits, bad habits. It's just something toxic that is here. It could be that one person is non-committal, because I do see the marriage card here, but also the Queen of Wands, which is basically like, I don't need anybody or anything, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do no matter what you want or say or need or whatever it is. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, basically. And I'm not asking permission. I don't feel a need to do that. This is my life. Sorry if you don't like it. If you can come along, or you can not, but I'm going to go and do what I'm going to do. So it's kind of difficult to be with a person like that. this is commitment, but this is the devil. So it's like there's Capricorn, there could be a Capricorn or a Taurus here, or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. But if not, it's just basically talking about this is toxic. There's something toxic about the situation. You see this person, these two people at the bottom, how they're chained to the devil character. Yeah, they're chained to him because it's something that's, you can't just, it's something that's like has you and it consumes you. Maybe that's what the toxic thing is about it, is that it consumes you. Like maybe that's why you're so upset, right? Because it's so overwhelmingly like you're like, why can't I get a hang on my emotions? Why can't I get a handle on my emotions? Like, why is this upsetting me so much? It's like not even, so I mean, that could be what this is. And maybe this person is kind of sending you mixed signals to where you don't know if you are committed together or not, or you don't know if like, you don't know if like where you stand with them. So it's difficult in that way because you're just kind of like, because they're very independent and you're like, do you even want to be in a relationship? Because you're really acting like we're not in a relationship. You're acting like you don't give a shit about what I want or think or say. And it's probably because not that they don't give a fuck, but it's just like they do what they do, I don't be surprised if they're like an Aries or something. Or did you already tell me? No, I think you did. I think that was before. They said Pisces before. They've been living together for 4 years now. So maybe they're getting over that. Maybe they're like not trying to be, they're kind of being like, they're kind of getting over this whole routine, Yeah, that's difficult to, it's like, okay, so no compromise. Like they're just not even an option. Like, okay, what do you do with that, And that's something you have to like ask yourself, like, what am I going to do with this? If they're not willing to think about how I feel, they're not willing to compromise at all, then I'm kind of like in a fucked situation. And that could be the toxic thing too, is that they're just thinking of themselves and they don't really consider you. What we do know is that it's going to take a lot of work. So yeah, you definitely could get through it. It's just whatever that means for you. Does getting through it for you mean that you're going to make this work and stick it out? Or does that mean that you're going to leave? Or does that mean that you're going to put your foot down? Or that you're going to compromise even more? Or what is it, Like, get through this could mean so many things. So for you, let's see. Will she get... Okay, we see healing. A lot of, like, sadness and, nights of crying. But to me, that's healing, That's something you need to go through. That's a good thing to not avoid going through. You're never trapped, okay? I mean, even if you are, you could be. I don't know your situation, but just know that you can walk away at any time, even though it's a lot more complicated than that, I understand, but that's something that you should always remind yourself, is that if you're not happy, you need to be able to walk away. But sometimes we're in a situation where it's just not so simple. But, okay. Yeah, it seems like you're going to try to stick this out a little bit longer. You might actually find that, you working harder on it and you defending it could make this person want to come back around, or maybe they're wanting to come back around. If you're working harder, maybe focusing on yourself. Wait, let me see. Let me get some clarify this. What's the 8 of Pentacles here for? So we see, okay. All right. 4 of Pentacles, the Star, 2 of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. I think once you start building your foundation again and stop depending on this person so much, you start saving up money, working on, like, again, remember, this is 8 of Pentacles clarified. So working very hard at something, maybe a new job, a new hobby, something that you're passionate about. It's not really like a job because you're so into it. So this whole thing, you start saving up money, you start trying to build your foundation, trying to save up for something, or, like literally like try to build up something that you can be proud of, that's yours, that you can feel secure with. So like, you know, saving up for a house or saving up for an apartment, or like a, not a house, but you know, like a place to rent out, or, you know, because if you feel trapped, you want to start making yourself feel more empowered. So you have to like be able to do that. You know, you have to make yourself be able to feel more secure to do that if you need to leave, so you don't feel trapped. You know what I mean? So start there. And there's hope with that. I feel like, you know, you got to believe in yourself. This is also a good omen to the whole situation. The star, it's like basically you just don't see that you have all these abilities or all these like ways you could go about this, and you do have the you do have the ability to do this yourself, you know. But it's probably, you know, you probably aren't seeing that, you probably aren't believing that yourself. And I feel like at the end of this, once you start feeling more empowered and you have your own you know, stuff, and you can actually walk away without being in a fucked situation, like you actually can do it, then you might actually be questioning if you even want a commitment, if you even want to be serious about it with this person. Like it could be that maybe you find out that you really, once you feel more independent, you kind of feel like you're not really needing to be with that person, you know? Could be. I think that's the first step, is for you to feel more empowered in your situation, so you don't feel stuck, so you can make a more clear decision about what you want. It's not just like a necessity, it's like something that you actually want to be in. And it doesn't seem like that's the case right now. You know, it seems like you're kind of in a situation where you're not too sure why you're there still. And if you are sure, then it's really not about, it's kind of like about survival, or it's about like how you live your routine life, or, you know, just the, not easier, it's not necessarily easier, but in a way it is, because it's something that you've, you know, adjusted to and figured out how to, you know, work your way around or work with. So I think the best thing for you would be to get a job or a hobby that you can be passionate about, that's gonna connect you back with yourself, you know, and make you feel like, oh yeah, this is who I am. Like I'm happy with that. I'm proud of that. I don't need to put up with anything that I don't need to, that I don't want to put up with, you know, that I don't feel like is right. And so then it's like, oh, you want to be all independent and like not caring about how I feel. Well, I'm gonna go then. I don't need that, you know. There's somebody out there who's going to care about what you think and feel, and you guys are going to work together, you know, on things, and it's going to matter what you think and feel. Yep, exactly. 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 That's exactly what I'm talking about, yeah. Well, right on, Danielle. Thanks for coming. I'm glad I could answer the question for you. I'm glad you feel good about it. Because, yeah, that's definitely what's needed first and foremost. Feel good about yourself and feel like, you know, you can make a decision for yourself that's actually a good decision for you, you know, not just thinking about what they want, or if they're going to want you, like you have to do what they want for them to want you. It's like, no, what do you want, you know? Like that matters, you know. I don't know if anyone's ever told you, but it matters what you want to your life. So what are true feelings of MS for me? True feelings of MS. Okay. So they feel like they kind of got lucky with you, and also that they, or that you got lucky with them. Let's see what this is about. Okay. I mean, I do think that they want a commitment or something serious. Either way, somebody feels like they got lucky. Maybe they feel like you got lucky. Like somebody lent someone a hand. So if you lent them a hand in the beginning, or when you guys met, or even just recently, maybe, if you were really lending them a hand in a huge way, that like you would know, like whether or not you lent them a hand or not. Like you lent them a hand, or they lent you a hand. Whoever lent the person a hand is the one who, whoever was lent the hand is the one who feels lucky in the situation. Like they were lucky that they got this hand lent to them at the time that they did. So this person like being supportive for them when they needed it, or, you know, giving them that advice when they needed it, or maybe some money or that help or that direction, you know, that motivation, whatever it is. It was something that you felt like, okay, I'm lucky to, and you probably were, you know, it's something that you really needed at the time. And you just happened to, you know, just happen to fall in your lap and be presented to you. And it's like, oh my God, thank God, you know, it really helped. And I feel like this person though does want a commitment. They're going to be probably pretty soon with the wands here. I would say it's a deliberate decision. So it's something that it's not really about thinking about it at this time. It's more about doing it. So this is them like taking action toward a commitment. Like they made a decision that they want something committed. Or, you know, we have Taurus. This also means Taurus. So I don't know if there's a Taurus involved. Doesn't have to be, but that's what that card means also. So I feel like they're going to be making a deliberate decision toward you in regards to a commitment of some sort with you. I feel like that's what they're going to be wanting. And it's kind of like they've already made that decision. Like it's not really like contemplating anymore. It's like, yes, it's like just happening. I'm doing it, you know. His moon sign is Taurus. Okay, that's good. She is, huh? I love her too. Jenna. She keeps everyone together. Oh! Okay, earth and fire. Hi, Maggie. Of course. Okay. How does the Aries feel about me? Let's see. Okay. All right. So the thing about fire signs is, you know, they're very like passionate, but sometimes it can burn out kind of quickly unless you're another fire sign. Even then, I've seen that burn out quickly too. But no, you know, it's got to be like that perfect connection that just goes, because sometimes they get in over their head and they kind of are very determined about something, but then it kind of like burns out, you know what I mean? And it's like either it's too much or they just don't want it. You know, it's like it just gets dull, or I mean, there could be many things that happen, but basically here I see that again, it's kind of like, you know, they're determined and wanting to, you know, have this happy situation. Like they see this happy situation, they feel like passionate about it. Like, yeah, I'm going to go for it. But then, and they're also, when I pulled this card, I saw money motivated. I don't know why, like they're focused on money. They're focused on material items or possessions or things that they can feel good about having. So, like it's kind of materialistic in a way, you know, they really want like nice stuff, and they're really into like little stuff, things, material items that maybe some people wouldn't care for so much. Just depends on the person you are, if you're going to agree with that or not, or be cool. Like if that's going to be something that's annoying, or if it's going to be like a good thing, you're like that too, or something. But here we do see them kind of, again, Page of Wands keeps coming out tonight. It's like people are just making decisions too soon. They're not thinking things through, and they're just like, this is too soon. This is too fast. And so you said there's no communication right now. You got mad at him. There's no communication. Okay. So it seems to me like I don't feel like this is done yet, just because I feel like it's them who is deciding that it's too soon. But if it's you that got mad and you're ending it, then is it because they're being too much, or it's happening too fast, or something to that effect, to where you're like, fuck, I kind of am regretting this now. Like this is too soon, too fast, without thinking. I kind of just And now they're thinking like they could just tell me, or they're thinking they're just in my life like that, like back up, back off. You know what I mean? If it's something like that, then okay. But if it's not, then I would say that this isn't done yet. And it's going to be them who decides that. You said they're inconsistent. Yeah, so it seems like that's already kind of happening to where they're like getting over it, or it's kind of like they're not really into it like completely all the way, which was what you would see with somebody who's gonna not be serious about something. But in the beginning you would think that like they are serious about it just because of the passion, but passion can burn out, you know? And if they're inconsistent at the gate, then it's like, okay, I mean, you already kind of know where that's going then, you know? I mean, it could change, but really, do you want to like wait and see if it does and get more attached to them? And I wonder if he'll want to pursue me again. Okay. Well, eventually it's going to be something like they're going to not do that. I mean, unless something changes that. But let's see what they're going to be doing. Let's see if they're going to reach. Are you saying you want to know if like they're going to be reaching out again because you stopped the communication? Maybe you should reach out again if you really want to communicate with them. Because when you tell somebody you don't want to talk anymore, or stop talking to me, and you know, they're not going to usually try to talk to you. So maybe you should reach out to them and say, hey, you know, whatever, I was feeling some type of way. And I mean, but whatever it is, just remember why you were angry and why you stopped the communication. Maybe you don't want to go back on that. Let's see what the energy is between you guys at the end of the year. Okay. Yeah, I think you will try to communicate, and it might actually work. Oh. This is at the bottom of the deck, so this is kind of the underlying feel here. So I feel like somebody's going to be angry, or somebody's going to be like trying to win something, trying to get back at somebody, trying to like see it as a game or as a competition, almost like you stopped talking to me. So this is just one scenario I'm seeing in my head of like them being like, you stopped talking to me, so you embarrassed me or made me feel ashamed. And now if you want to get back together, like I'm going to be the one to do it to you. Like I'm not going to be feeling like that again. You know, I'm not going to be the one losing, even though it's not about winning and losing, right? But that's kind of how they're seeing it. With the Five of Swords, that's how someone is seeing it. It could be you. I've had people like, no, that's totally me. No, I'm the Five of Swords in this. That's me. That's me right there. And I'm like, are you sure? Like, I'm totally like, this person wants to win at all costs. They're not trying to be fair. They're almost a bully. They're wanting to win. Like, they're not thinking about like fairness. They're not thinking about like, oh, a relationship. They're thinking about like, they're not thinking about give and take. They're thinking about like, I will win and you will lose, basically. Like, it's not about like, we can both win. No, it's about I win, you lose. That's how it has to be. And in any way, it's like, you are not going to overcome or like come out on top. You're not going to shame them again. And you probably didn't even mean to do that, but that's how they're taking it. So I was going to say, this actually was looking really favorable. There was still a little bit of indecisiveness, and that's probably because you sense that it's something that's really not going to be a good thing for you. But, you know, somebody is trying to offer a connection again. This is at the end of the year, right? So then there's, you know, if you guys can communicate honestly, there could be a good chance for this to come back around and actually work out. Remember, King of Swords. So it has to be honest communication, straightforward, not in a harsh or blunt way that's like rude, but just like straight up. Like, this is what it is, and this is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. This is who I am. These are my expectations. And this is where I'm going in my life. So basically, like, no misleading and no like leaving things out and no like promising things that aren't going to happen. You know, promising things you already know aren't going to come, like, aren't going to follow through, aren't going to fall through. You know what I mean? So basically, like, just being very honest and straight up about what you're wanting and what you're trying to do. But with the Five of Swords right there, it's like, even if that does happen, I feel like still somebody's going to be in the wrong mindset of any kind of relationship. Like, they're going to be like, I'm going to win this time. And it's like, so in any way, even if you're not even trying to win anything, because you're not looking at it like that, they're thinking like, there is no way that I'm going to be embarrassed again or rejected. So if they start to feel you pulling away, they might go ahead and do it first, just because they feel like, I don't want to be in that position again. I'm going to do it to you. Like, you're going to be the one, you know, you're going to be the one who's left this time, not me. So it's like kind of like a competition, and I don't really think it's going to work out that way, you know. Seems very icky and just toxic, you know, just somebody who is not really in it for any kind of compromise or commitment or any kind of like trying to work together on this. You know, it's like about like not them. It's like about not being embarrassed or not being rejected or shamed. Okay, Azalea. What's your question, hon? So maybe it's both of you that are like, nope, I'm not going to lose this time. That would be interesting. Shit. I wonder who would win that time. But you don't even want to go there. That's just a waste of time. Azalea. Yes, thank you for donating. I appreciate it. Okay. What's going on with Alan? Tell me what's going on with Alan. Okay. You finally moved out a month ago. I was going to ask, but I didn't want to ask and then have the information and like have it be all. But that's fine. So this is him. It's, you know, I feel like he does feel like something is, he feels the effects of this. You know, you guys were together a long time. So basically, you know, he does feel a bit afraid and kind of nervous and kind of like something bad's going to happen, you know, and that's probably just because you guys were together a long time. It's hard to like adjust to being on your own. He just doesn't feel right about it, you know, something being put to rest. So I feel like that's you guys. But since it is the Four of Swords, it's kind of cool because it's not really saying it's an ending yet. It's saying like it's a break. It's saying there is a possibility of it to get back together. You know, it's not for sure, of course. But to me, whenever I don't see the Death card and I see the Four of Swords instead, it seems like there's a possibility of it coming back together because it seems temporary, you know, is what it's kind of telling me. But it doesn't have to be, I mean, it might be official, but the thing is, like, I think right now it's up in the air. Like, it's not really done yet, you know, in them, at least it's not. But even if they feel like it is right now, it's like they're not feeling good about this. And it could be a possibility for something to, you know, come back together in the future if they're feeling like, you know, if they're just in that position of feeling like it's better to be with you, you know, because it just feels more safe and it just feels more right. Because it's shaky right now, you know, them trying to figure out how to find this balance and figure out how to find this harmony in their life. It's shaky, you know, it's clouded. They just don't see that happening. You know, they don't really see the next step in front of them. They're just kind of like lost right now. So they tried to break free and tried to have something that was going to be happy and balanced and you know, like a new start, you know, something that would just be better just because, you know, fuck it, why not? But it really seems like they're kind of going through the same thing in a way, you know. It's just that maybe they're not getting therapy for it, but they are experiencing some, you know, some difficulty with the whole change of everything. So I wouldn't just hang on to it. Like, it's probably good for you to heal for sure and just not like depend on that happening in order to get by, because if it doesn't, that's going to really be disappointing. But for you, what you need to, if you're wanting to know about him, I mean, basically you guys were together a long time, so it's not an easy thing, you know. He's struggling. And honestly, like what he had thought was going to happen, or what he was doing this for, thinking like where he was going to be heading with this, didn't work out the way exactly that he thought it would. It's not going exactly the way he thought it would. It's a little more difficult than that. Maybe he thought he'd be able to have a clean break and have a new fresh start in life, but it's not happening like that, you know. All right, good night. Okay. What are they determined about? Okay. Yeah. So like I said, I feel like they will make this turnaround. I mean, don't depend on this just because we have free will. So remember, anything could change at any time. Like, they could get therapy and decide they don't want to get back together, or they could get therapy and decide they do. They could do anything. They could have a spiritual awakening, and, you know, their whole mindset could change. But from today, right here, right now, it looks like, you know, they're going to be very determined to make a decision that will have an effect on their stability and their overall foundation. Like basically they're thinking like, how can I best support myself and how can I like build from the ground up, like a foundation that I feel secure with, you know? And a lot of it too has to do with commitment. So this is, or it could be like tradition or something that, you know, society expects of you and would be accepting of. Like it's not like new age, like some crazy like alternative. It's like something, you know, maybe like a good job or something, you know, just something that like is easily accepted by people, which is not always something that people even want to strive for in this day and age. But I mean, for him, so it could be, if he is that type of person that likes to, you know, be traditional and conservative or just something that like, you know, be like status quo type thing, then that would be good, you know, for him to do that, to get into a job position or some kind of thing that's expected of him, whatever that is at his age or his, you know, situation, the position he's in life as the person he is, whatever. So kind of categorized, you know, and a lot of people aren't into that. If he's not into that and he's more new age, then it's going to be something that he's doing because he just feels like he doesn't know what to do. And basically he just wants some kind of approval, you know? So if he can get that from society, that's what he's going to try to do, but it's not going to be fulfilling, you know, like ultimately it's not. His family is very traditional and they expect us to get married because of the kids. Yeah, it seems like he's wanting to break away. Yeah. So he's wanting to break away from all of that. But he's really not happy. He thought he would be happy with that, but really it's not happening the way he thought. It's just not going exactly the way he thought. Let's see. Again, he's going to be making a decision. We have King of Wands again. And King of Cups. So something in the direction that is supportive. Yeah. You're going to like this, okay? So something in the direction of support or somebody who cares and is very caring, emotional, and supportive, you know, someone who's protective, someone who is nurturing. So that's the energy that he's determined to go towards, you know, and make a decision based on. And also it has to do with something he can't let go of from the past. He's trying to let go of it and he's trying to move forward. You know, he's trying to take steps forward and have new experiences, but he is also firmly set in the past and very defensive about it as well with this sword here. So it's just something he can't. I mean, he can't. He wants to, he just can't. So, and then this is talking about offering somebody a connection in the early stages. So it could be like trying to get back with you. It could be somebody else. I feel like it's you, but I don't want you to like rely on that just because if something changes, you're going to be very disappointed. I want you to live your life the way that's best for you right now. You know, get the healing you need and don't depend on him coming back is like the reason that you'd be happy or be like better, you know, like just get ready for like a life without him, you know, so that you can be strong on your own and stand on your own. But as far as the cards say, it seems like that could be a possibility that he might turn around and, you know, want to do that. But just in case he doesn't, you know, we do all have free will. And you could even choose that you don't want to do this whole thing again. You know, that's up to you as well. It seems like right now that's what you want. But I mean, you don't have to do it just because the cards say that, you know, and same goes for him. So just keep that in mind, you know, it's not something that's set in stone, but it is what it's looking like right now. Okay. So right now he's really not doing too hot though. I mean, he's really just kind of like dealing with change and it's not easy, you know, it's not everything he wanted it and hoped that it would be. Yeah, he's going to have to make a deliberate decision. Right now he's probably thinking about this in depth, like contemplating, but soon it's going to be a deliberate decision. It's going to be like, no more thinking this is what I'm going to do. And just, it's not even talking about it. It's just doing it, you know, it's just like moves are made, actions are taken and things happen because of that. Yeah, if he's not trying to see the kids, it's like, what can you really, I mean, he's not trying to, you know, do his part. You got to put your foot down. Like if he wants to see the kids at all, he's going to have to do some things, you know, like he's going to have to call them every day or something. Like that's what one of my friends was telling me about. Like her situation was, you know, she made her ex like call every day or at least every Friday or something like that. Call every Friday and just do that for every week. And if you can do that and you can actually commit yourself to some kind of schedule and do something and show me that you're going to be there consistently for them, then I'll let you see them. But until then, I'm not going to have you in their life because you're just going to be inconsistent. It's going to hurt them more. So I thought that was kind of a good idea, you know? Maybe you could try something like that. I know you want to be with him, but if you're thinking about what's best for the kids, you really, you know, it's up to you, but I thought that was a good way to look at it, how my friend was doing it. And if he's not even being consistent with you, it's like, or the kids, that's not good. Okay, so Asia, yes, of course. Of course you can. Yeah, that's a no-no. You gotta stop like, well, I mean, you could do whatever you want, but it seems like he knows that he has a lot of say so in this situation. So it sucks because you want to be with him. Like if you didn't even want to be with him anymore, it wouldn't matter. You could put your foot down, no problem. But because you want to be with him and make it work again, you're probably going to try to do a lot of what he wants to do and just work with him. And that's not, you can't put him in that position though, because he already knows that he could do that. And you really got to just be like, no, this is what I'm going to do. And if you want to be part of us, you have to work with me, you know, not like the other way around. Because he's not even with the kids all the time. He's not dealing with everything you're dealing with. He's not, you know, really handling anything in this situation anymore. It's like he needs to work with you on things. Like if he wants to be involved, he's got to do it on your time because you're the one who has a bunch of shit on your plate, you know? Okay. All right, go ahead and ask your questions, Asia. Yeah, I got it. I'm just going to pick up some cards really quick off the ground. Okay. So you said, is Mylan's current energy towards me? I'm like falling asleep like this. So let me just. Mylan's current energy towards you. Just one moment. Let me just prop you up a little bit. I'm still here, don't worry, okay? I'm just changing. I'm just going to prop you up a little bit. All right, that's better. Okay. I just had to stand because I'm like passing out, falling asleep. Okay, so sorry about that, Azalea. I'm sorry, not Azalea, Asia. Okay. Blah. Where are you at? Okay. Mylan's current energy towards me. Okay, sorry. Mylan's current energy towards me. Let's see. Asia, what's Mylan's current energy? What's Mylan's current energy toward Asia? Okay, so for some reason we have a person who's kind of like scared or nervous about something, like just really in a position of like something bad is going to happen. And it's likely that you know what I'm talking about, because the high priestess here usually knows what the fuck something is without even being told. So it's like intuition, you know? And it, you know, somebody's wanting something new and fresh and exciting, and they'll have an opportunity to take action towards something fresh, new, and exciting. But the thing is, they're kind of worried right now about something. Does that make any sense to you in your situation? Like, does that make sense of this person's feeling very like hyper vigilant? Like, they have to always have their guard up and they always have to be alert and watching out for things that are happening because they feel like something bad is going to happen. He knows I don't like when he smokes. Okay. Yeah, no, this is... I feel like he's walking on eggshells now. So this is somebody who wants some kind of like to break free and have a new, exciting, adventurous experience. Right, so they could be looking at this like this is exciting, but they're kind of afraid. Maybe that is what it is. If they're kind of afraid, they're always like watching out because they feel like they're going to be in a bad space with you about it, because that's what they do is they just smoke, so they can't. You know, it's like they're not going to stop for you just because they can't. Like, I mean, they could, but really, like, an addiction is an addiction, and it's not really about you personally. It's about them, you know. So maybe that is them walking on eggshells here. It seems like you already know about this too. So the high priestess is like something that you can pick up on and already kind of understand what it's saying. So, I mean, that kind of would make sense. But at the same time, they're still seeing this as something that they want. Maybe they're idolizing you and it's kind of like not the realistic you. Like you seem more like you want something serious and more grounded, and they're kind of wanting something exciting and like adventurous. They want some kind of like, they feel like there's that potential with you, but it's like, I feel like you're not so, like, you're not really looking for the same thing, you know? You're kind of wanting something more serious. You said, yeah, I'm not trying to, or I'm just trying to go with the flow. He smokes weed. but not all the time. Okay, so you're gonna have to decide like whether or not you're gonna be cool with that now. Like if that's not something you're cool with, I mean, you might have problems with that just because like that's, and weed's not that big of a deal, but I mean if you look at it like it is, you know, whatever. That's, you know, you can do that. You can look at it however you want, and you can feel however you want to feel about it, you know. But you might want to decide right now if you want to do, if you want to be with somebody who's doing that, because you know he might not stop doing that just for you. No offense, you know, but just saying. That's just, you know, how it is with people's addictions, you know. They can't always just stop for a person, and if they do, it might not even last, you know. Like when you guys break up, if you ever did, then you'd probably go right back to it, and it's like, what's the point? I mean, that would be good for a little while, I guess, but it really just depends on what you guys are both wanting. You said I have bad childhood experiences from that, so maybe that's something I need to work on. True, and maybe you need to work on that before you get with him, because it's not really something you want to be like, it won't really be fair, you know. It won't really be like, you can't really like try to cope with your own shit and then be with somebody who's doing it and like act like that you're gonna be okay, you know, like it's gonna be like triggering or, you know. Right, so you might want to just work on you first, or figure it out why it does bother you so much, you know. And if it's because of that and it's something you can't like, it's something that keeps triggering you and it's still a problem, then you might want to decide, you know, do you even want to be with this person? I mean, they don't really seem like your type, you know. And I know like that's a little thing, but for some people it's a big thing, you know. Like don't deny yourself that, like be honest with yourself, you know, is this something that's going to be a problem for you? And it's okay if it is. Like it's not like he's a bad person. It's just like it's not going to work for you right now. And maybe it can later. And maybe it can right now, but it seems like it's probably best for you to figure that out first. It seems like you're trying to be with him for some reason. Is there some reason that you feel like it's right to be with him other than, you know, like you just feel like you want to be with him despite this? Because that's kind of a big thing, you know. You're like, everything else is awesome. Like, what the hell? That sucks. But, you know, there's other people out there too. It's not like this is the only person. But maybe you feel like it is. I don't know. But I forgot what your question was totally. Oh, yeah, their feelings towards you, right? So you want something new and exciting. It might be something here. Let's see what their kind of intentions are. If they're like in a relationship with you, if they're wanting that right now. Are they wanting any kind of committed relationship? Are they wanting the same things as Asia is wanting? Ooh, all right. I feel like they are like, there is a chance for a committed thing, or there's an opportunity here. With the aces, there's an opportunity, but it doesn't mean that you have to take the opportunity. You can always miss opportunities, right? This is something that you're going to have to take advantage of, but the opportunity will present itself, okay, for you to have some kind of secure committed thing or structured or stable thing. But with the Seven of Swords here, I feel like somebody's saying that they want something committed, but they don't really, or they're just not really being committed, you know? Yeah, it's somebody sneaky, somebody who's not telling you all the truth, or maybe hiding their feelings. Could be just simply hiding their feelings. But what you know is that they're hiding something. You know, they're not being forthcoming about something, and maybe that's the smoking. I mean, but it seems more like it's a altogether thing, like a commitment or like a structure, like a stability in the situation. So it's a big deal, you know? Nine of Pentacles came out, flipped over. So maybe it has to do with something where they say they have a job and they don't, or they say they can take care of themselves, but they can't. And they're going to be like leaning on you, or maybe stealing with the Seven of Swords. So it seems like this person's lying about, like, we have Pentacles a lot here. So something about them being like, something about them being more stable than they actually are. Like if they're like a thief or something and that's their hustle, instead of like actually having a job like that they say they have. Or, you know, the Nine of Pentacles is about like somebody who has their shit together. They have their pentacles here. So she's good. She has her shit together, but she's also lending a hand to this bird. Like she's you know, caring for this bird here, and she's tending to this garden around her. So she's not just like stingy, like, I worked for this, this is mine. She's like, you know, I'll help you out, I'll help you out. I got myself and I can help you too. You know, she's very open and willing to share. So if this person was like that in the beginning, like, you know, taking you out or something, for example, and they're like, yeah, I got this, like, I have a good job or whatever. And then, you know, later on you find out like it really wasn't a job they had, but it was like they're stealing or something. That's just one example. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be that exactly, but I'm just saying, like, it seems like something about their stability or how they take care of themselves, or, you know, if they have their shit together or not. It seems like there's something in that that's not exactly the truth, you know, or they're hiding something about it. Maybe like the way that they do it, or the, you know, the way that they make money. He gambles a lot. It's not good. Oh God, you do not want to. Oh God. Oh God. I'm telling you right now. Get ready. This person does not seem like your type. What are you doing? I don't know you that well, but I mean, damn. It just seems like you're walking into a lot of different problems, a lot of different issues here that are not your issues. Like, you don't have these issues, you know? So no offense, but it's like, no offense to them. Like, not like you have to have somebody who's perfect, but it's just like, why would you put yourself in a situation, like, you like the person, but you keep saying like it's in the early stages, the beginning, we're new, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so don't let it become a big deal, because these little issues are big issues. I'm telling you. Gambling is no joke. And smoking weed, if you don't do that and you feel like it's like you don't like when he smokes and already that's a problem, like, it's probably going to continue to be a problem, because they're probably not going to quit for you. They might, but I mean, you know, it's an addiction of some sort. I know it's weed and some people think like you can't get addicted or whatever, but some people don't feel that way, and you can't. So, I mean, is he going to give it up for you, or is it going to continue to be a problem? This seems like a person that isn't really your type at all. Like, I don't know why you feel like you want to be with them. We bonded so well. He took care of me while I was sick, so I'm still getting to know him, but you're absolutely right. Yeah, I mean, I was definitely addicted to weed when I was smoking weed. I was definitely felt addicted to it. Maybe I wasn't, but I mean, I think I was, yeah. So I know that can be an addiction for sure. But yeah, it's definitely not like a physical thing, but it doesn't matter. You know, it's like, it's still a thing. So for some people, it's easier for them to not, you know, be affected by it like that. But so that's kind of alarm. I don't like that you said we bonded so well. He took care of me while I was sick. So you're already feeling like he is a really good person, and that's the person that you're going to be with. It's the person that took care of you when you're sick, right? So does he show any kind of? I just want you to think about that. Like, he just came out of nowhere and just took care of you. And so you're like, he's a good guy. I want to be with him. Yeah. And so, I don't know. Do you feel like you owe him, or do you feel like I'm just saying that kind of sounds to me like that's what you're saying about him. Like, it just reminds me of, I don't even want to say it because it's kind of just like, I don't want to set you up for that, but you know, just make sure he's still, I mean, he just seems like he's not your type, really. He seems like, why would you even want to be with him? Because he took care of you? But do you guys have the same, like, values, or do you want to go for the same things? I mean, you don't have to, but it's like, what's the point of the relationship if you guys don't have the same, if you don't want the same things, you're not really like, you know, like, what do you see happening with him? No, we've been dating for a month. He spoils me. He's very sweet, but the weed is something I don't care for. Okay, so right there, I'm glad you said that, because now I'm going to say it for sure. Love bombing. Look up love bombing, even though you're in the midst of it, so you're not probably even going to believe it. If you see it, you're going to be like, no, that's not him at all. No. It's like you can't see it, but I'm telling you right now, you guys have been dating for a month, and he spoils you. He compliments you all the time and talks to you 24/7, basically. Tells you everything you need to hear, is very supportive, very attentive, very understanding, listens to you when you talk. You've never met somebody like that, have you? Is that kind of... Am I right or am I right? Just kidding. Hopefully I'm wrong, honestly. Like, that's not something that is fun to be right about. But I feel like you're talking about this whole situation here that's... Well, enough said then. What's your next question? You should probably look into that. Yeah, you should probably look into that. Oh my God, girl. And look at this. Look at this. These were on the ground, okay? Very quickly coming in, almost like you can't even stop it from coming in. It's just coming in. And it's like no one can stop the Knight of Swords. He's just coming in. Like, no one can stop him. He's just doing it. And it's just like, whoa, it's there. And you're just like, okay, like, it's just here. And you can't stop it. It just comes in. It's like too fast, but it's happening. There's nothing you can do to stop it. And this is talking about seeing something unrealistically. So it's like you see all these like nice things in these cups, and then there's some scary stuff in the cups too. So you see him just kind of like, is he scared, or is he in awe, or is he amazed, or is he shocked? Like, he doesn't know how to feel about it. What we know for sure with that card, though, is that whatever it is that you're seeing is not realistic. Like, it's not the reality of the situation. So he's seeing all these really great and really horrible things. So it's like either way you see it as all good or all bad. But what you see is really not what it is, because nothing is all good or all bad. It's a mix of both, right? And then we have a Tower. So there's going to be a transformation and a life change. I feel like I could tell you all of this, but really, you're already there. You're already in it, and you're probably going to have to go through this, because if I'm the second person to tell you that, but the thing is, when you're going through a love bombing thing, you're not going to be able to, maybe you can, hopefully you're smarter or you're stronger or able to understand, but this is probably something you're going to have to go through to really ever really understand it, you know, because you don't want to like tell a person that's really nice and really great to you to fuck off. Like, you're too much. Like, it's like, no, I'm not going to tell that person to go away. Why would I do that? They make me feel so good, you know, like, but you said it yourself. It's a confirmation. So just be careful. I know you're being careful, but careful would be bye. I'm serious. Careful would be bye. Because you're in for one. Okay. I'm just going to ignore him. My ex put me through hell. I don't want to go through that again. Was your ex like that too? Because that could be a thing that you're going to have to keep going through until you understand that you're going through that. Like, a lot of people that go through situations like that will keep going through situations like the same types of people, because they don't understand that it's not them. But at the same time, they need to understand it is them with these different things. Like, people pleasing could be one of the things, not really knowing exactly where you stand in your life, like being vulnerable, being in a vulnerable situation, being in a vulnerable state in life, you know, like something happened and now you're feeling, like you said, you needed to be, or he took care of you while you were sick. It's like you were kind of in a position of needing care. And that's what they do, is they hone in on that, you know? And then you think they're like the greatest person in the world. And it's like, no, they really just kind of use your weakness against you. Yeah. Good for you. Wow. Better than I could say for myself, you know, having gone through something like that. It's like, most people don't see it, you know? So I just don't want to like not say something and have you go through that, which it's just, you know, sometimes you have to go through it. But I mean, really, you probably have to go through it to really understand it, but maybe you've already been through it and you just don't really realize that, or maybe you do. I don't know. But yeah, be careful with that one. That's just seeming like it's going to go in the wrong direction already. Like, why is he like that? Too much, you know? You don't need all that. You're not looking for somebody to spoil you, you know? If you, like they say, if you have a sense of self that is strong and like enough, like you have a strong sense of self, you would feel like that's too much. Like, you're extra. Why? I don't need you to do all that. Like, you're just, it's kind of a bit much, you know? Like, why are you, like, why are you trying to give me all this and that? Like, stop. It's weird, you know? But if you feel like, oh, like you really want that, then it's kind of like you feel like you're kind of missing that. But it's manipulation. Just be careful. No one needs to give you everything that you want. Like, you should be able to give it to yourself, basically, you know? But what's your next question? Go ahead. I'm rambling, but this is important, so. Seems like you kind of already get it, though. Hopefully. And if Nick is watching, I don't give a shit. If I'm rambling about random shit, this is important shit. I'm trying to give her advice that makes sense, you know, not just trying to be like blah blah blah. Okay, so let's see. Did you already post your question? I probably missed it, huh? Oh no. Brandon's current energy towards me. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Is this somebody from the past? Or that you had some kind of thing with in the past, or you've had some kind of something with them? Because it seems like it's something that is not able to be let go of. Like, I feel like it's kind of similar to this whole thing we're talking about, in that he wants to be able to provide or give you, or maybe he felt like you gave to him, whatever it is. Like, he could be feeling like he was in, whoever was the one giving was the one who was in a position to give, because the other person was not in a position to give. Like, this person had more to give. So basically they did that, but they might be feeling like they're above, you know, and kind of like you need them, or that you needed them, and they really did so much for you in your time of need, you know, like it's not really like a genuine thing, you know, it's kind of like they're like keeping tabs, or kind of like keeping track, you know, or they're just expecting something in return later. It just feels like they feel like they're above you, and they helped you out, and you're just so lucky that they, you know, were there, because if they weren't, then you would have just been, they don't even know. They had to help you because you were in such need or something, you know? And then here it's like, I do feel like they think that there's some kind of, either it's money or security in some way, like you give them a place to live, or you just make them feel secure because you're so attentive, or they just feel a security with you. And there could be money involved too. So, nice, Jenna. Yeah. You know. Hi, Nikita. Okay, so, but I feel like there's money involved in the situation in some way. And if not, then we're talking about security, but it's a lot of security, and it's something they can't let go of. So I feel like you guys did have a past. And there's opportunity here. Maybe it's saying there's opportunity for you guys to make money together, or do some kind of business project or venture, or like do some kind of thing to make money together. Or they feel like you have money or security. There's security with you. I don't give my money out, you said. So, I mean, it's something about security possibly, or maybe you guys can make money together even. So let's see what their current feelings are, though. Again, this seems like it's something from the past, like something that kind of like is going to continue on, or maybe it's something that wants to continue on. Like somebody can't let go of it. But judgment is being asked of you. Again, 10 of Pentacles. So you say you don't give your money out. Maybe that's going to change, or there's something about money here with judgment too. So, I mean, it's like you have to use your better judgment, because this is going to be a problem if you don't. What is the 10 of Pentacles representing, please? 7 of Pentacles. Waiting on something to happen. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Is it going to happen? Waiting on a new fresh start, waiting on a new something, like a new experience, like a new Like you guys are gonna like not do what you did in the past, or like have a new beginning, or like a fresh start. You know, we're gonna like leave the past behind us, forget about the things that we're mad about or whatever. We're gonna try to like have a new beginning, the birth of something. Or it could be pregnancy too. Definitely could be pregnancy, but you know, doesn't have to be, of course. But a lot of times the Empress does mean pregnancy. Of course, if that's not even possible for you for whatever reason, then it doesn't. But Ace of Swords. So yeah, I feel like there's going to be talk about a new beginning. So, but use your better judgment on this. Maybe it's saying like this is not going to be good for your security. Like overall, the Ten of Pentacles, this is not going to be something that's good for you. It's going to keep you waiting for this new start, this new thing. Like there's going to be promises made that aren't going to be able to be kept. Like, because the Seven of Pentacles, to me, I always feel like don't wait around. Like this is your life and you only live once. Don't wait around for anything. Sometimes we have to like wait around for like, okay, we did a job interview. Now we have to wait for them to call us back. But even then, we could be calling every day like, hey, remember me? Remember me? Do I get the job? Do I get the job? You know, so it's like, you don't have to just like wait there for them or anyone. You know, there's certain situations where we kind of have to wait, but this is more like waiting, I feel like in vain, because it might not ever happen. You're waiting patiently, but I don't feel like that's even your energy to just be waiting like that and wasting your life. But it seems like that's the case here, waiting for like a promise of a new beginning or something. But it's saying use your better judgment here. So maybe this is how they feel about you, but I feel like it's not. But it could be. I mean, your energy, you seem pretty strong, but that could be a front too. Who knows? I mean, you seem like, yeah, I already know. I got this. But it's like, no one's got it all the time, you know? Maybe you do, though. Okay, so what are they feeling about you? It's not really getting to that, huh? Let's use a different deck then. This deck's like, put me down. What are his feelings for Asia? What are Brandon's feelings for Asia right now? Okay. Working hard. There's arguments and tension. Again, this keeps coming up. This guy keeps coming up. So that's going to be important. Somebody feels like they have more to offer, or they feel like they need help. He's going to either be asking for you to lend a hand to him, or he's going to lend a hand to you. And it's going to be, you know, usually you would think like equal give and take. No. This seems more like an imbalance of power. So be careful with that. If he asks for a favor or you ask for a favor and he offers to help, is like maybe get help from somebody else, because it seems like it's going to be a thing that's like a guilt later. And then this is, yeah, there's like tension between you. And I feel like this is something that's being worked hard on. Like it's a new kind of thing that they're trying to work on, but it's like there's still so much tension. And it could be about the, like I said, guilt, like something that they're feeling like they deserve something because they helped you out in the past, or you're feeling like they should help you because you helped them. It's something having to do with give and take, but I feel like it's not an equal thing. It's an imbalance of power here. It's like a power struggle here. Somebody's feeling like resentful or like they're owed something because of help in the past. It's not like coming from a genuine place, and it's not genuine help. It's like, well, I did this, so you better do this, you know? And it's just, it doesn't feel good, you know? And there's a lot of tension because of that. Probably because you're not taking that shit. Sorry. Can like, this light is like freaking bright. So I feel like this might actually come back around, but there's still a lot of tension here and a lot of things that you guys haven't really resolved about your past. And those things aren't going to change unless, you know, of course, you resolve them. But right here, it kind of just seems like this is a thing that's like, why would you repeat that situation when it's not like a good thing yet? Like you guys aren't resolved of your shit that happened. So it seems kind of like you're kind of just going to be going into the same thing. And it's probably going to be worse because of all the tension that's there already. It's like, why are you trying to, it seems like you, I don't know. To me, I feel like you you're attracting people that aren't good for you, like people that you feel for some reason, like you have to figure out what you're looking for, what you feel like you're missing, and what you're trying to find in these people, because the way you're explaining them, the way it's coming out, their energy, it seems like they're not even your type, or like it's not going to work out. Like, why would you even try, you know? But that's just how I'm seeing it. I mean, there's probably reasons why you want to make it work with these people, but it seems like there's unnecessary tension all the way. I feel like it's better to just tell you that you could do better elsewhere. If you even see that as an option, it's like, don't even go in that direction, you know? Like, okay. So back it up and check it out and let me know how you feel about it, okay? It's all good. I hate that. I do that too. Like when I get a reading from somebody and then I'll be like something happens to where I put the phone down for a second, they're like talking and I'm like, oh shit, like fucking, where am I at? You know, I have to like go back, but it's okay. I get it. It happens. Life happens. And they'd be like, fuck. You're like, I paid for this. With him because you do not offer equal give and take. I was too much drama as well, so I blocked him everywhere. You're like, I was too much, so I just said I blocked him because I know I fucked that up. Or like I was just not, it's not gonna happen. It seems like they would want, yeah. It's interesting that you said that because it seems like that's how they feel too. Like they feel like the give and take, like you owe them something or something like that. So it's like, if that's not even the case and they're not even seeing that correctly, it's like, ooh, like you're like, no, you owe me, like not the other way around. Yeah, that would be all bad. Will the situation with my parents improve? Will they give me more freedom? It's like a one-track mind type thing, you know? It's like, no, do you see it any other way? But okay, Xavier, will the situation with my parents improve? It's like being in a relationship with yourself. Like just talk to a wall or something because you're not going to compromise with me, then fuck it. Okay, so Xavier. Okay, Xavier. Will the situation with my parents improve? Will they give me more freedom? Hi, Miss L. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's see. Hi, Christina. Try to guilt trip me saying I should have stayed with him no matter what. Like, why the hell would I stay if you don't treat me right? Exactly. And it's like he's not even like seeing that, you know? It's like that's not even a thought in his mind. Like it's just it's you. It's you. You know, so it's like, okay, like why would I be with you if you can't even understand that like there's other people in this situation that have different thoughts that matter. But it looks like you know that, so beautiful. That's good. Okay, so you said, will your parents give you more freedom? Okay, well, let me not. Let's see. Will Xavier's parents give him more freedom? Let's see what's happening in this year. As we close out the year, what do we see with his parents and the freedom they give him? Okay. Okay. So I don't think so. No. And it seems like this is going to be a lot on your plate, but the thing is this, depending on how old you are, but what it's telling me is basically this is something that you have to decide on your own. Are you going to deal with it or not? It's like you're weighing your options. There could be another person, another relative or another friend, or maybe a lover that you have that you can go and live with and be with that is more, or like somebody that you connect with very well. It doesn't have to be a lover or a family member. It could be a friend. It could be a mentor or something. It could just be somebody that has offered you this place to live with them. And this is a person that you really connect with, that you really feel like you guys have the same values. I mean, this is usually love, but it doesn't have to be. It could just be you guys see eye to eye. You guys connect and you click. You just see each other, you know, you see each other like, and you just get each other and it just works. So that could be a friend, family member, anything, somebody who just gets you and it feels like better. It feels like you can just like be you and everything's all good. Like, you know what they want and they know what you want and things are the same basically for the most part. So you're gonna have to make a decision though. It really is like up to you because it's your life. You know what I mean? You can't, no matter what the cards say too, it's like you can always choose to not do that. You could always choose to stay under their control and, you know, live a life that's unfulfilling. That's up to you completely. You can do that because it's your life. But I mean, it could be. I really don't. I feel like this person is someone you already know, though. Like, it would be somebody that, like, somebody who wants to be there for you. I feel like it's not a lover. It seems like a person that would be offering you a stable, like, place to live or something. You know, that would not be, so you wouldn't be under their control anymore. But or you could just have to go and find this person out there. You know, depending on how old you are, it's like you can make that happen, or you might be too young to even think that's a possibility. But you said no one in my life is like that. Yeah, so you're gonna have to get out there and meet some people, because if you don't, then, you know, you can guarantee that you'll be stuck in this just because you don't feel like you can do it yourself. You know, I feel like this does have to do with you, like, and somebody else seeing eye to eye, and then, like, them, because it shows you're leaving. So I mean, it seems like you're leaving to connect with this person more, and so that would mean to me that you're going to be going with them, you know, for them. So it's like, if you want to get away from this is you kind of taking on everything all yourself. Like your parents, you said they guilt trip you, but it could also be that they're kind of like putting you in this position where you're feeling like you have to do way more work than a person your age should be doing. Like, these are not your responsibilities, or they're putting it on you, like you are the problem here. Like, you know, you have to feel, you take on all the weight, like everything. And I mean, you know, they're parents, so it's like obviously not everything, but like things that you shouldn't have to take on as the kid. You know what I mean? Like, just too much for you, for the position you're in. It's like more than that. It's too much. And so that could be very stressful. But I see the Ten of Swords here. I mean, you have to make a decision on this. Are you going to put yourself in a situation that's basically like death? How you're explaining it, it seems like that makes sense. It's like basically not even worth being in the situation. Like, you have to find a way out. Because no, I don't think they're gonna, you know, like, why would they just switch up all of a sudden? They obviously do that for a reason, whatever that reason is. But it's not like you deserve that, you know? It's like definitely something about them that they just, but I don't feel like they're seeing that, you know? They're not gonna see that your way because you're the kid. So if you don't know anybody who's supportive to you like that, like who you could go and live with, or, you know, and maybe you don't even know that you see eye to eye with this person, with this family member. Like, is there anybody that you can reach out to that would help you? You should reach out to some people and see if that's possible. Like, just tell them your situation and see if they would, you know, take you in, because then you might find out later that you really do connect with that person in that way. I wouldn't reach that far, but let's see about anything with love. Let's see about a connection coming in here. Any connections in love here? It seems like more of a person that you just see eye to eye with, but let's see. Nikita's not new, but I'm going to do her just because she's always very, you know, sharing and just liking, and very, you know, she's always very, like, supportive and just, you know, showing that. But also I wanted to do Christina. Christina is new. So, something you can't let go from the past. Eight of Swords, yeah. Okay, here, so, yeah, focused, basically going into the future on your life, or going into the next, you know, as you move forward from today on, it's like you're focused on structure, stability, and how to, you know, feel like you have security, basically. So whatever that means for you, safety, something that you can depend on that doesn't feel restricting, you know, and safety in a way, you know. And it's like, look, this is the past thing that you can't let go of. This is the situation now, though, isn't it? You feel stuck, you feel trapped, you feel like your hands are tied, like you can't just walk away at any time. But that's the thing. I feel like you're hanging on to this. Like, you don't realize that you can walk away at any time. It just doesn't seem like it right now, but maybe you're just afraid, you know, which makes sense. It's not like you shouldn't be afraid. I mean, there are things to kind of, it's a big change. But this is you having to go into yourself and kind of figure out what you're feeling, because you're kind of trying to avoid it right now. You know, it's stressful. It seems overwhelming. But if you sit there with yourself and kind of understand exactly where these feelings are coming from and how to, you know, what exactly they are, like once you can label like, I feel stressed or I feel overwhelmed, like just saying that out loud is like, will take a load off. Because when you're in your own head about it, it's kind of just like everything's there and you're like, oh, I don't even know. But when you write it out, you're like, okay, I feel overwhelmed. All right. I feel overwhelmed. Okay. And then it's kind of like not overwhelming anymore, you know? Maybe it won't happen that quick for you. Maybe it will, but it's kind of like just start labeling emotions. But with the Hermit there, you have to You have to have some time to yourself. And it sounds like it won't work, or it sounds kind of like, what's the point of that? But seriously, once you sit with yourself and kind of understand how it is you feel and what you want to do from this point on, it won't be as overwhelming. But as long as you're running around and just feeling like how you feel and letting it overcome you, it's going to seem overwhelming, you know, like you don't even know where to start because you haven't even started looking at that, you know. It seems overwhelming, but you'll get a hang on it, you know. You just have to like get in tune with yourself so you know how you feel, so you know what you want to do, you know what's best for yourself. Yeah, find reliable resources. Also get yourself out there and meet some people, meet some friends, get some social life going on. Because if you don't know anyone like that, you don't have any friends or something like that, you know, it's like you're gonna have to do it on your own. But you shouldn't, you know, even if it's group therapy, because those people are all going through the same things pretty much for the most part. So it's like, you know, that would even be better, because then you're getting into a group of people that are supportive and you know will understand you and won't make you feel like you're just crazy or invalidate what you're going through. You know, you want to get with like-minded people who are going through the same things so you guys can support each other, because that's what you're needing right now, you know. So if you can't get friends, it might be even safer to get people who are going through the same thing in a support group, in an area, an environment that is actually for that, you know, instead of just trying it out with these new people that could be shady as fuck, you know. You never know with people. So yeah, just work towards, you know, trying to find some people that you can connect, well, basically here with the Two of Cups, exactly, that you see eye to eye with, that you know understand you. Group therapy, that could be a really good idea for you. Okay, so let's see. What are Vivek's current feelings and thoughts towards me? You've asked me this before, girl. You gotta get a new question. I don't think I've seen you in a while, though. It's been a while, hasn't it? Or has it not? I don't know. I feel like it has. I feel like I haven't seen your name in a while. But shit, you could have been on the last live. I don't know. Has anything changed about his thoughts toward her? Wow. Okay. So if you guys aren't talking right now, or if there's distance, or if you guys completely are no contact, that's going to change. It doesn't mean you're going to be together necessarily. Of course, it's a possibility. But with the, you know, this usually means some kind of reunion, but it doesn't have to be like you'll be together and it's going to be great. It's just there's going to be some kind of like getting together and communicating about these things, or at least trying to make things like civil between you. But I do feel like there is a possibility for some kind of situation to go down relationship wise, because Ace of Cups here, and also with the Chariot. This is something that's been thought through for a while. Like, it's not a decision that's just made out of nowhere or without forethought. Like, this is the Cancer card. It could be a Cancer you're involved with, or you could be a Cancer, but if not, it's just basically touching on the whole energy of Cancer, which is cautious. It's not just like Aries, you know, like I'm just going to go and do it and think about it later. You know, it's like, no, they're definitely, you know, one of these sphinxes down here is going to lead them in two opposite directions. So they're trying to think carefully about which direction to go in, but this card is not about thinking, it's more about action. But I just want to make note of, it's not an action that's not being thought through first. Like, this is something that's been thought through for a while, and then it's headed in a certain direction, and that direction is Three of Pentacles, which I don't know where it went, but Three of Pentacles. So basically it's saying you guys are going to be exchanging, compromising with each other, exchanging ideas, trying to get the other person's like thoughts on things, and you're going to be able to share yours as well. It's like compromise, you know, like trying to work things out. So that could be a good thing, you know. That seems like it could be a good thing, especially because you guys are willing to see both sides, you know. It's not just about like one person trying to get their point across. It's about both of you being able to have that space to communicate what your needs are and what you're wanting to do in the situation. So even if it's just like, we're better as friends, it's like you're going to have that conversation. So good. Even even if it's closure or whatever it is. It's just some kind of getting together on it and discussing it. It's both of you exchanging ideas about the situation and compromising. So that's good. Okay, I wanted to get Christina. Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, it is positive. Hi, Secrets. You guys, you see Secrets of the Typical Emo Witch here in the chat? Secrets of the Typical Emo Witch right there in the chat. Here, this is easier to do. That person is a tarot reader as well, so go ahead and check out her channel. Spread the love, subscribe. She's a good tarot reader. She's good at what she does. So go check her out, okay? Go check her out. Secrets of the Typical Emo Witch. That's an original name, don't you think? I don't really know anyone else with a name like that. It's pretty original. Yeah, so good for you. You know, if you're fighting with the person, you block them. You're like, I'm not going to deal with this. Good. Put your foot down. That's good. It just shows that in the future, you guys will have some kind of, you know, situation where it matters what the other person thinks. You know, you're actually going back and forth and exchanging ideas. Like, it's not a selfish thing. It's kind of like, no, I'm hearing you out, you know, so that's good. Today, not so much, but it will happen. So just focus on that. Like, when you talk to them, try to do that too. Try to be understanding and compromising if you can, you know, because if you're not, it's going to kind of go against what we're seeing here. So you gotta meet them halfway, you know. Okay, Christina, does Jay Scorpio, will he contact me? Long time no communication. Okay, of course. Okay, so let's see. Of course, Secrets. I don't know her real name, but I don't know her real name. That's funny. Same with Moon Honey. I don't know anyone's real name, really. I don't know how y'all know mine. No, I'm kidding. What did I say? What did I say about myself that I shouldn't say? Oh, Danny. Okay. Cool. Like Danielle? Okay, let's see. So does Jay Scorpio? Okay, will he talk to me? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, really, Jenna's my girl, you know. And she does a damn good job. I appreciate that, though, Nikita. I did? Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that. But that's nice. You're like, don't do that. Aw. You're sweet. You're not. You're nice. Thanks for reminding me. You're right. I didn't even realize I said that. My bad. That's a good friend, though. To point something like that out, you know, and be like, no. Okay. Aw. You guys rock. That's a heart. Well, it's looking like a heart right there, by the way. Okay, okay, so long time. I'm like forgetting the question. All right. This little girl's crazy. Okay, will he communicate? Let's see what the energy is between you by the end of this year. As we close out this year, what is the energy between you both? Maybe. All right, so, okay, we're gonna have to look at that in a second. Okay. All right, yeah, so you're really dealing with a situation here that maybe you don't even realize how serious it is yet. This is chocolate. Dude, look at her neck. You see her neck? How it's bleeding? Look. Wait. It's because she keeps getting screwed. See her neck, how it's bleeding right there? It's because the other boy cat, Felix, keeps trying to have sex with her, and he bites her on the neck. Like, they bite. Cats bite each other on the neck when they have sex. Like, they, like, rape them, basically. It's really crazy. Like, it's weird to see. But, yeah, he's really fucking up her neck. It's weird. So we try to keep them away from each other, but... Anyway, she's huge now. Yeah, he's the, like, most angry one of all of them. But, okay. So here's the situation here, Christina. We see here at the end of the day, you know, you're thinking about this and everything that's happened all together. And you're seeing something within it. You know, you're understanding yourself more. You're realizing things about it. What you're realizing is that you're very disappointed about it. Basically, it didn't happen the way you had hoped, and it didn't end the way you wanted, or it didn't play out the way you wanted. It really not even just the way you wanted, but just it didn't play out in a way that was like, you know, it's disappointing to you. And here you're looking at the negative of it, you know, instead of the positive, which is really kind of bringing you down. You're laser focused on the negative, even though there still is positive in the situation. I feel like the positive, though, in this situation is to see, you know, what you've learned from it, basically, and find the strength that you're going to have from it now. Because now, right now, it's kind of just looking like this sad thing that you're kind of dwelling on, but it's okay because, you know, once you do get with yourself and have this hermit mode, you're able to really make shit happen. And of course, that's the same goes for everyone else, you know, who goes through something like that. It's like not something that's uncommon. Not to say it's not a big deal for you, because it is. It's your experience. But basically, this is a thing. This is a process that you kind of have to go through in order to heal from it, in order to learn from it. Is you have to go through this feeling of heartbreak. You have to go through this feeling of, this is a disappointment to me, and this is hard for me, you know? And you're waiting around for this situation, I feel like. But the thing is, you know, you're trying to find balance in your life. And the thing is, you're not going to find balance when you're tipped, the scale is tipped so far on them, you know, and on what they want and what if they could be, you know, and it's like you really have to kind of focus on yourself at this point. That's what the hermit's there for, is you got to heal from this. Even if they came back around, which I really don't feel like that's happening this year, if it does happen at all. What I see, though, is that you're going to be focused on your healing. And if you don't do that, then it's going to be hard to make things happen. Like, that's the thing with the magician in the beginning there, and then the hermit after that. It's saying you're able to make things happen. You're able to manifest. You're able to do things, you know, that you want to do, manifest and create opportunities for yourself and make shit happen. But only after you get right with yourself and figure out what it is that you feel and what, you know, where you want to go and what you feel about that. Because basically, if you don't know, you're going to be drowning, you know, in your own shit, you know, drowning in your own emotions. It's going to be too much. And you're going to feel like you can't do anything, you know? So really, it's best for you to kind of get right with yourself, even though that's probably something you're trying to avoid right now. It's really hard to do that. It's hard to face feelings, but really, they're just feelings. People are scared of them. But the thing is, like, if you keep running from them, they're going to overcome you. So you kind of have to be willing and ready to face that. And it's, you know, in your own time, whenever you're ready, but it's going to be something you're going to have to do to get past it. So really, I don't see that happening this year. I feel like more you should kind of like work on healing from this would be better. Okay? But you can do that. It's just focus on it, you know? You got to accept that. You got to start doing that for yourself. Because waiting on this person isn't working, you know? Okay. No, we are definitely not letting Felix and Chocolate make more kitties. No. No, we're getting them all fixed right away. Oh, yeah. I wanted to show you something real quick. We have another one. Yeah, this wasn't a choice, though. This one was a friend who left it here. Well, basically she was like, you guys, can you take care of it because I can't. Look, she's got the little, yeah, she's a freaking, she's relentless. Say hi. Say hi, kitty. Say hi. Yeah, but she's a handful, dude. She's a handful. Ow! She just bit my nose. She thinks it's the bottle. Okay. Yeah, this one is the most high maintenance of all the cats we've ever had. And this one, I was like, we might have to put it up for adoption because it's like, I can't take care of this one too. It's too much. I mean, I can take care of her, but it's like, to have her and deal with all the growing up and stuff, it's too much. We already have 4. Your hand is freezing. Thanks, sorry, I just wanted to show them the new one. Okay. I'm all, bye. Okay. Maggie, I've been seeing this one, so let me do you. Love reading between me, Sag, and Cancer, H, for the next 6 months, please. Okay. Sorry it took so long. You've been here for the whole time. So let's get to you. Let's do you. All right. Tell me about this Sagittarius and this Cancer for the next 6 months. What's gonna... Hard work. Putting in time, putting in effort. Okay. Okay. That's good. Strength, care. If you guys have had certain, if you guys have had recent downfalls or like, you know, recent tension or recent problems, recent issues, recent, you know, recent things going on that have been kind of like a struggle for you guys. It seems like you guys are both working on how to make that better, you know, working on how to like resolve these things and work together on these things because it's coming from a place of of support, care, protectiveness, like genuine caring person, like a genuine support and care for each other, like a actual, you know, genuine support and care. But here we have also the Leo card, strength. You said it's Sag and Cancer, so no, we don't have a Leo here, but we have strength. So this is good. It feels like it's something that you guys are going to be able to get past and work towards and work and build on, you know? So that's kind of what you'd want in a relationship, right? So it seems like, yeah, you guys are going to be working on something. There was like some kind of like a problem that you guys are going to be working on and probably able to resolve. Yeah, go back and just rewind. You're good, Nikita. I got you. Go back and find it. It's there. And let me know what you think, okay? Let me know what you think about that, okay? I need to know. I'm interested. Okay, but yeah, it seems like you guys will get through this. Let's see anything else that wants to come out here. Somebody is taking responsibility. I'm guessing it's not the Sag. No, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. But you know, maybe it is. I don't know your guys' situation. But it seems like this is kind of both of you guys. So hopefully both of you guys are taking responsibility for things. You know, you guys are taking responsibility for things and kind of like taking that leadership role, like doing the things you need to do, taking care of things that are your responsibility to take care of, and kind of owning up to things and just being like a stand-up person kind of thing. So there's changes here. Yeah, you guys getting together and really kind of trying to reunite this. Okay, good. So whatever things you were going through, it's like there's definitely going to be a change. There's going to be, but that's because you guys are both putting in work. So this can't change without both you putting in work. It seems like this is the first card, so it seems like that's definitely, you know, what's happening here. So good. Yeah. Don't worry about that. I mean, but of course, you can't just, it won't just happen for you. You have to put in effort yourself. So just remember that. You probably already know that, but I mean, in case you didn't, it's important for this to happen. You guys both have to, you know, both have to be willing to make changes and take responsibility. So it's not just one of you, okay? That little girl is crazy. Was I just using these cards, or which cards was I using right now? It wasn't these ones, I don't think. Yeah, it was these. I don't know what deck this is, but it's the one with this back. Someone will know what that's called. I don't know which one this is. I didn't buy it. I got it. I bought it from a person. So I don't know what it's called because it didn't have a box with it. But it's Rider-Waite, you know? It's one of the Rider-Waites. It might be Rider-Waite Smith. I'm not sure. Or Contemporary or something. I'm not sure. Forget which one that is. Of course. And thank you for your question, Maggie. Of course. Oh my God, I want cake. That sounds bomb. Okay. Oh, the little one? I didn't name her, but I guess her name's Sugar. The little kitten. What could be the possible outcome of my relationship with S? You say outcome as if there's going to be a for sure ending. No, but I love that question because it's like funny. Like you're gonna like the outcome, it's gonna be, but I'm just giving you a hard time. Let's see what's going on with this. Within the next year, like as we close out this year, as we, you know, as we continue on and close out the year of 2021, what do we see happening between you and S? What's the energy between you and S? Okay, so we have supportive, caring, protective person that's, it might not be like obvious, but you just know that that person's caring for you. That's good. It's not too much. It's not like, you know, smothering, but it is genuine care that anyone would feel is a good. Spoke too soon. All right. You know what I was feeling like when I pulled this card and I was saying that to you? I kept getting this thing in my head of like, but what if it's like telling you it's genuine care and thinking like, what if that changes, or like, what if that's not really what it seems? This card that came out next. So that's probably why that was happening. It's like, you know, somebody here, maybe it's you. I've had people before like, no, that's totally me. I'm the Five of Swords in this. No, that's me right there, not them. Like, person who's competitive, wanting to win at all costs. Like, this is not about a connection. It's not about compromise. It's not about making it work. It's about what they want, and it's about them. What they want is winning. They want to win, and they want you to lose. Like, there's no like win-win situation. It's not fair at all. It's about they want to win. So whatever that means for them, whatever they're wanting to win, it's not a relationship. You know, it's really a competition, and you're gonna lose because they won't lose. And if you if they do lose, that's not going to be good because they don't like losing. It's a person that's a really nasty character here. I wouldn't, unless it's you, somebody's not looking at this as what do we both want. They're looking at it as this is about me and what I want. I will have control and win this situation. What is the community? Tell me that this isn't. Seven of Swords. So they, in their communication, is not, they're hiding things or they're telling you things that aren't exactly true. You know, there's deceit or deception. You know, they're hiding something or they're sneaking something. And I feel like it's this, whenever I get the King of Cups with like Seven of Swords is usually what it is. King of Cups, Seven of Swords, or King of Cups, Ten of Swords, or King of Cups, the Devil, or something like that. It's always like, okay, that King of Cups is not the King of Cups. You know, it's seeming like it is. That scared me right now to say that. Like, that's creepy. The King of Cups is not the King of Cups. They're acting like they are, but they're really not. I mean, it's sneaking. You know, it's lying, it's deceiving, it's for some reason they're hiding something. When we get the, or, you know, King of Cups with Five of Swords even, that's like a really, I mean, it's just like, it kind of cancels out anything that you were thinking about the King of Cups. It's kind of like, oh, never mind. Like, oh, just kidding. Not at all. Like, it's opposite of that, actually. This person doesn't care, you know? And I hate to say that, but it's really like this person, like, you can't be like, oh, Five of Swords, but they care about me. Like, no, that's, the Five of Swords isn't about, you know, like, they don't do that. That's really a nasty character that you don't want to deal anything with, you know, unless it's you. I mean, really, I would stay away. You said, yes, he hides things. You know that, and you still, okay, you're going to walk yourself right into a trap. No, but it's like you know that already, but you want to believe it's probably not really like that, or like it's not a big deal. But it's like, if he's hiding things and you know that, it's like, what are you doing? Is it really worth it? You know, to like be with a person that's already hiding shit? It's kind of like, in the future, don't be surprised if you get really disappointed by something that they hid from you, that you find out and you're like, shit, I am disappointed now. But I knew they were hiding things, you know? It's kind of like, ew. You don't want to, I don't know. I know it's a lot easier said than done. I'm not trying to say and judge you or anything. I'm just saying this is not a good idea. You know, plain and simple, not a good idea. And you already know that too. And if you know what's best for yourself, it's like, bye. It doesn't seem like it's that simple, but it really is. I mean, at this point too, it's the beginning. You have doubts. You shouldn't have doubts already. You know, like if this person, they're hiding things from you, it's like you don't even know who they are, and you're going to find that out. But it probably will be too late by that time because you'll already be attached. So, I mean, you have to ask yourself why you have doubts. Like, soon enough, if you stay in this situation, it's going to come to the point where you don't have doubts anymore and you're believing what they're saying. Because right now you have doubts. You need to look into that. You need to really think about why you're having doubts. It's not like you're just like tripping. I mean, you probably have doubts for a good reason. But later on, you're going to stop believing in yourself. You're going to stop listening to yourself and you're going to start listening to them. You know, and it's like, you got to figure out why you have these doubts. You don't have to keep getting attached to the person you have doubts with, you know? You got to look into that first. Or at least take a step back or slow it down, you know? Okay, that's good though, because really you're having time to think about this. Maybe you're, you know, the universe is dodging a bullet for you. That happens sometimes. Because the way you're talking about it, you probably wouldn't have dodged it. You would have went right head first into it. You guys, whoever's here right now, can you please go ahead and like this video for me, please? It just takes 1 second, and I'd really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. It helps YouTube kind of see, okay, people like this. We're going to show other people, so please do that for me if you get a chance to just like this video really quick, please. And comment, too, if you want, if you feel like you didn't like your reading or you did like it. I want to know how you feel about it. So let me know. Let me know. Be honest with me. How do you feel about it? your readings? Is there anything I can improve on? I'd like to know. Seriously, straight up. Straightforward. Don't sugarcoat. Be mean, be rude, whatever. Just be honest. I want to know. Okay. All right. So, yeah, well, just be careful. I feel like the outcome is not cute, okay? Based on everything we've said, the kind of person that they are, it's not looking good. But who cares what the cards say, right? Anything could change at any time. But really, with the Five of Swords type of person, like that, they don't change really. I mean, anyone could change. Maybe they'll have some kind of like revelation, or God will come and, you know, say something. But really, like, come on, like, don't wait around for that to happen, because that's who they are. So just be careful with that. If you already see this person's Five of Swords, like, run, because it's not going to work out for you. They win because that's what they do. You know, they don't lose. So it's going to hurt, you know. And it's not going to be in your favor, no matter what way you look at it. You can't change them. You can't change them. So don't try to change them. Don't think that you can do that. You can't. Just saying. I mean, do what you want, though. Of course. You're going to anyway, right? Every time I've ever gotten a tarot reading, I pretty much always do what I wanted to do anyway, no matter what they said, really. So I'm sure you guys are kind of the same. I'm sure everyone's like that, and, you know, they're going to do what they're going to do. We have free will. So, okay. Oh, Miss L, I'm sorry. Okay, yes. Is it your birthday today? Miss L. Aw, happy birthday. Okay, everyone say happy birthday to Miss L. No, I never did find out, Jenna. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't even put that. Oops, that's what I meant to do. Oh, it's her birthday tomorrow. Okay, well, happy early birthday, Miss L. Woo! Oh, I wish I had something that was like... I don't have anything like that yet, but... I want to get something that's like, woo! You know, like the Wheel of Names type thing. Hang on a second. Where is... I'll get something for you here. Okay, ready? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Oh yeah, it is your birthday now. It's 1:25 a.m. Did you hear that? Okay, cool. Because I'm like, I don't know if you heard that, but woo! It is your birthday, so happy birthday. Cool. Now that we got that out of the way, thanks for letting me know. So birthday reading, let's do this. Miss L. Just a general, or what? What did you, any specific questions or any topics you want to look into, or just kind of like what comes out? I'll give you a chakra wisdom oracle too, because those always cover a lot of things that we wouldn't even really know how to ask about, because it's so many different things, but it just hits like perfectly. Anything, okay. Tell me what Miss L needs to know. It's her birthday today, May 9th. And we want to know, okay. We want to know if Katrina is ever going to stop spilling half the deck. No, the answer is no. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Miss L. What does Miss L need to know? What does Miss L need to know? It's her birthday today. What do you want? What do you want her to know? All right. So before I get into this, let's just pull a few more. I feel like there's something that you're walking away from, or you're going to be having to be very honest with yourself about this, like really soon, or maybe even today, maybe right now, or you have been lately. It's something that you're kind of looking at and you're like seeing like how far you've come, maybe with a person, an environment, a situation, some kind of experience that you had that you are looking at now and you're like, wow, like I've come so far since then, or like we've come so far together, or like, you know, it's been a long, you know, it's been a lot. Like you're kind of like looking at everything and just seeing what it is, and you're just taking it all in and like really like not contemplating. You're not reminiscing, but just what's the word I'm looking for? Pondering. I mean, no, that's not really the word I'm looking for, but you're just you're you know, you're just thinking about all of it and everything that's happened and all that it is come to be, and you're considering leaving it, but you're being very honest with yourself about it, you know? And it's kind of like it's not really an emotional thing you're doing with yourself. It's more of like a very, it's kind of like a very just straight up, straightforward, maybe even a bit like cold and not emotional. It's just something that you need to get this out to yourself. You're like, rabbit, what's yours? Your tiger? That's so cool. Mine's lame. But that's cool. What's yours, Miss L? Are you guys even, does that work? I'm a pig. Oh, isn't that what it is this year, or was that last year? I don't even want to tell you. But okay, so you're considering leaving this behind after really thinking about it and pondering it, and you're being honest with yourself. Oops. You're being honest with yourself about it, like just very straightforward. Like, is this even, you know, just honestly, girl, this is not for me anymore, or you know, it's best for me to walk away. Like whatever it is, you're having a talk with yourself, and you're being very honest and straightforward with yourself. So, you know, it's like you see it for what it is, and you see why you have to kind of just walk away, or it's best for you to walk away for whatever reason. Or maybe it's just, you know, take a break. You're moving, you're traveling, you're like you're taking some distance, you know? You are freaking crazy. She's gonna knock over that light. Hey. Scared ya. What are you doing? Get out of there. This little cat is in the... Told you she's gonna knock this shit over. What is she doing? Anyway. Travel, yes. I'm tired of this crap. Okay. So you really have to kind of start thinking about your own security, because it's kind of showing that you're focused on that. Told you. It looks like That's something you're headed in that direction. Like you're focused on that in a big way. So, I mean, it's good. It's like, really? Wait, what do you mean? Jenna? I didn't know that. Right on. Hell yeah. No. But yeah, it's kind of just like a weird name. It's like ew. So oh! Oh shit. Yeah, that's my light. So I broke it. I snapped it off earlier. It's like just completely just snapped it off. Just like, oh, of course. Of course you did. Of course. It just snapped off like that. Like right when you were gonna go live. Perfect. Needed that right now. Really needed that. Really, I mean, it's just thank you from the heavens above. I got to be more careful with my shit is what that means. But yeah, it looks like you're focused on your stability. So that's the thing you're working towards. And this is really like you going, okay, I have to like seriously think of what's best for me. Like caring for yourself. It's that self-care. You know, you already said you're tired of his shit. So it's kind of like you have to like make a decision here. Like, are you just going to continue to be tired of it, or are you going to do something for yourself? Even if that's just taking some distance and maybe he'll shapen up, you know, maybe he won't, doesn't matter. It's something you have to do for yourself at this point. And I feel like you know that already, like you're realizing that, but really, but what are you going to do about that? You know what I mean? But you can do it. I mean, you kind of already seem like you're in that headspace to me, but it's like, it's really about like caring for yourself at this point. It's not even about like what's the most logical thing to do. It's about like this is for you and what you're needing right now emotionally, and just because like you don't want to make a decision or not either take an action that you regret or or not take an action and be in the same situation and hate yourself later for it, you know. Whatever you're gonna not hate yourself, you know, along the down the line, whatever you're gonna not hate yourself for, do that, you know. Whatever you're gonna be proud of yourself for, and whatever you're gonna be proud that you did, and you know, you're going to feel good about yourself that you did that for yourself. Okay. Income, what is coming in there for that? What's coming from Miss L? Oh, I saw the Wheel of Fortune. Let's see. Income for Miss L. Yeah, thanks. Believe in yourself, have faith in your skills and your abilities. So you're not having faith, you don't understand that you have gifts that you can, you know, use to make money, and you just don't even see it that way. You got to start looking at what you can do and what you're good at, because there is something, there's stuff, there are things, but you're not believing in that right now. So that's one problem. Because if you don't even know what those things are, then you're not going to feel like there are any things. But really, like, you got to just look at it. You got to remember what you're good at. So you got to get back in that headspace of like, what did you leave behind? What have you been good at? Because it's kind of like, it's like having faith in yourself and your abilities. So it's like something that maybe you need to remind yourself of, you know. You need to relocate, okay? Yeah, it kind of looks like you're going to move or you're going to travel somewhere. So maybe you should do that. Maybe that's a start. But you should just jump into something too, I feel like. And then you'll see if you like that or not. I feel you. It's hard, but maybe you need to have a new, well, like you said, environment, but that's not going to take away everything, you know? You got to start listening to yourself and what you feel and how, you know, your perception of things. Like, are you happy in your situation? If not, you have to figure out why and what are you going to do about it, you know? And it's not like that's just going to get rid of everything, but like really, if you're in a situation you're miserable in, that's not going to be good for your mental health. It's not going to be, if you're already depressed, it's like, well, what can we do about it, you know? I mean, not like it's that simple. I sound so like cold and just like whatever, but no, I get it. It's just, I don't know, like when people, maybe I should just listen, but I feel like when people say things like that, like I want to like offer suggestions to like, you know, solve the problem, which might or might not help, but I don't know. You always have us to talk to, so just know that. This community is amazing, friendly, supportive, helpful, always. Always supportive, and that's what I love about it. It's like more supportive than any friends I've ever had. Like, honey, you got this. Like, we believe in you. Like, it's just like, oh shit, okay. Cool. Wow, thank you. So yeah, just know that you have us. If you just need that support or that, you know, encouragement or that like, you know, that uplifting, if you need, you know, a boost, well, that's a good decision. Okay. Yeah. You got to go your own way. This is about you, like, not making compromises. Like, this is about you, going in the direction you want and not asking for permission and not feeling the need to slow down for anyone. It's kind of like an independent thing. It's like totally just, and this is perfect because you said Aries and Sag rule your chart, right? This is the Queen of Fire, and she is like, the King of Fire is determined to get what he wants, and he's going to most of the time get what he wants because that's how he does things. But the Queen of Fire is like, I'm going to go and do what I want, and I don't need to ask. I don't need to check in. I don't care if you're coming or not. You can come if you want, but if not, then like, I'm gone. You know, like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Doesn't matter what anyone thinks. So it's basically that energy, like, just very independent. Doesn't even matter what anyone thinks or wants because this is what I'm doing, because this is what I want. So get in that headspace and figure out what that is so that you can just go for it, you know, and just don't like be held back by other people or what they want or what they don't want for you, you know, because this isn't about them. At this point, it's really about whatever you're trying to do, go for it, you know, whether you have to leave people behind or not. It's not really about anyone else. Like, it's okay to do that, you know, because I feel like you haven't done that. You've been kind of compromising a lot of things for other people, and it's kind of like put you in a position now that you're not comfortable in. So it's time to set yourself free. You only live once, remember? Okay, let me see about the chakra wisdom. All right, let's do this. Chakra wisdom oracle for Miss L for her birthday. There you go. I was gonna say, what are you good at? Do all of those things. Start a channel. That would be really cool if you did that. I want to see that. That'd be awesome. You can do it. Anyone can do it. But if you're into tarot, you should really do that. I mean, if you want to. If you don't, it's kind of a lot. It's a lot for me. I mean, shit. But some people just seem like they do it with ease. I mean, maybe that'd be cool for you. Whatever you, I mean, just, you know, do something that you like to do. Find out who you are again, you know? Find out, remember what you like doing. So let's see. Like, it'll help you to get back in touch with yourself and what you really wanted in life, you know? Okay. Miss L. What is Miss L? Oh. Okay. Not going with that. All right. Let's see. Miss L. Let me see if I could shuffle for you a little bit and find your card here. Miss L, what does she need to hear? What does she need to know? What does she need to hear? What does she need to know? Oh shit! This card is a great card to get, and this other card came out too, and I think it goes. So I'm gonna do both. Discovery and quest. Okay. For Miss L, discovery and quest. Discovery is the one that I'm talking about though, but we will do both, okay? So for Discovery, this is a great card, especially for what you're going through. Discovery. In the past, you may not have been fully prepared to face facts. Being willing to take the journey regardless of the outcome will prove rewarding. Get ready to carry a commitment through to completion. And this could even be the commitment to yourself, you know, the commitment to yourself in your life and what you want to do. So like dedicating to what you want, what's best for yourself, you know. So Pink from Pinkton, I am more than I think I am. Life is easy for young Pink. He takes his gifts for granted until one day he loses Petunia, the love of his life, forcing him on an inner journey. He works hard on himself, hoping for another chance that doesn't come. In desperation, he consults Sky God and learns that Petunia is incapable of receiving love. Pink recognizes that Petunia's role in his life has been to expand his capacity to love. The inspiration is, are you trying to recapture a past that no longer fits? If you are presently upset or struggling with a difficult situation, you may be seeking to keep something that is far less than what you deserve. Personal inquiry, this is for you to ask yourself, am I happy in this situation? How is it benefiting me? The healing of predetermined agreements must be addressed. Awareness is healing. So it's like just understanding that, you know, what the situation is and what you're involved in, being aware of it and accepting it is healing, you know, like you not denying that, like what is best for you anymore, like you not going in a direction that is not for you anymore. That's healing, you know, because once you start doing things for yourself that feels right, you're going to feel better and obviously a little more healed if you're able to do that. So, like you got to do what's best for you and not like, there's many reasons why people would do something that isn't best for them, you know, but key ideas are leaving the past behind, a readiness for a new adventure, a willingness to venture into uncharted territory, and a new level of self-care. Awesome. And that totally goes with Aries and Sag, like the whole adventure thing and wanting something new, uncharted territory, you know, is like, get out there. That's why you're miserable, because you haven't been on a journey in a while. Okay, so uplift, journey, and commitment, okay? So your meditation here is imagine something that you're presently passionate about. And if you're not presently passionate about something, figure out what that is. Find something. Allow the feeling to well up inside you. Now begin a journey to the mountain of the sky god. Your human worries drop away as you climb. When you reach the peak, the sky god joins you and begins to speak. Listen carefully and journal about that if you want to, because it's like a good, I feel like that's a good like talk you can have with yourself, you know? Can you see that? Oh wow, is it clear for once? I don't know if you can see that, but if you couldn't see that, just look up Discovery. I don't know, I've never checked this, but I'm pretty sure online somewhere you can find these passages if you couldn't see what I just showed you. If you want to look back, you might not even need to look back, but if you feel like doing that, like, oh, or you could just replay the video and rewind. But I always forget that part. You could do that. But I always feel like, you know, you don't want to have to keep rewinding. Like if you want to write this down or whatever. The next one is Quest. Quest. So that's perfect for Discovery because it's like now Quest. You're on a, you know, adventure. You're on a journey to find some this uncharted territory, right? So, okay, Quest is the last one of the blue. The Navy Trail. Navy combines the blue of communication with the darkness of the unknown, allowing us to discover the truth, okay? There is bravery here and an ability to face the truth head on. Remember what it said about discovery before? It was saying, in the past, you may not have been fully prepared to face facts. Being willing to take the journey regardless of the outcome will prove rewarding. Get ready to carry a commitment through to completion. And then we have this one, which is Quest. Navy combines the blue of communication with the darkness of the unknown, allowing us to discover the truth. There is bravery here and an ability to face the truth head on. Wow. So you'll have the strength to do this. You know, even if it doesn't feel like it right now, or along the way you kind of feel like, shit, I'm really kind of getting myself in a situation I'm not going to be able to handle. But you will. You can. But remember the star, you know, you kind of have to believe that you can. Or of course, you know, you won't believe you can, and then it's like you're, you know, failing yourself by not believing in yourself. So, okay. If that makes sense. So, Quest. When I am somewhere else, my life will have meaning. Oh my God. Didn't you say that you want to relocate too? I love these cards. I'm telling you, it's always. I'm not kidding. You probably can't see that. It says when I am somewhere else, my life will have meaning. So this is, you already felt like that too. It's trippy right now. Okay. So Mrs. Mrs. Patriot, the oldest woman in the town of Blue, decides she is ready to set out across the deadly swamp and walk the Navy trail that no one has dared tread before. The wise youngster points out that the swamp has vanished, and the path she seeks is already before her. Mrs. Patriot sees that her life is not elsewhere, but is in the here and now. As Mrs. Patriot travels home, the Navy trail stretches out before her. So it's like really just realizing like you can do what you need to do here. I mean, if you want to relocate, of course, go ahead and do that. But really, you don't have to go anywhere else. Like I said too, like if you go somewhere else, your problems that you still have are gonna, you know, they're gonna be there still, you know. So it's like you can relocate. That might help a little bit, but it might just kind of temporarily postpone you're still needing to heal from these things, you know. So like don't forget, like it's not going to make all the problems go away, you know. Like you still have to like at some point deal with what you're feeling, you know, and heal from that. But I mean, relocating is an option. Sometimes that can help, but just know it's not going to be the solution to everything. You still have to do that work, you know. But it might be a good idea. But you can, basically what I got from that is that like, yeah, create my path. But basically what I am feeling from that whole thing was like, it's not even about leaving. Like, it's not all about that. It's about the here and now and like figuring out how to cope with this now, you know. And like you can leave if you want, but like also there's other things that you're going to have to still deal with, you know. Like it's not just about leaving and that's going to be what heals everything, you know. So inspiration. You may be on a quest that is unnecessary. Allow yourself the space for self-discovery. Wow. You may be on a quest that is unnecessary. Allow yourself the space for self-discovery. Yeah. So spot on. But hey, you know, don't let that mean like if you don't want to stay in your situation, you know, do what is best for yourself. Like I said, like it's not saying don't move. Maybe it's saying you're on a quest in the wrong direction, or, you know, it's unnecessary. But like we said, you know, if you want to move, okay, go ahead. But it's saying like you don't need to do that. You can solve it here. You don't have to be with this person you're with, but you don't have to move either. But if you want to, of course, do that. You know, like I feel like anything that you feel is best for yourself, go ahead and do it. You know, it's like it's your life. You should do that if you feel it's best for you. You know yourself better than anyone. So it's like, why wouldn't you? But, you know, maybe it just means in a different way, like something that you're trying to work towards or something that maybe even the quest you're on now that you already feel you don't need to be involved in, that you shouldn't be involved in. So, but again, too, it's like it's unnecessary. Like you don't need to leave, but you could if you wanted to, of course. But it might be unnecessary for you to do that if you could probably figure it out here. But do what you're going to do. Allow yourself the space for self-discovery. So even just like getting away and getting some distance, you know, self-discovery. Remember, it's about you now, you know. So personal inquiry. It is time to take a risk. Where in my life do I need to walk my talk? That's for you to ask yourself. And key ideas are being open to wisdom, imagined dangers, commitment to your path. Create my path. Commitment to your path, okay? And the keywords are courage, journey, and answers. Your meditation, Miss L, write down 5 truths about yourself. Look at your list and close your eyes. Imagine the Navy trail stretched out before you. You may see images or hear a song or feel the sun on the path. Allow all sensations. When you are ready, open your eyes. Did you come to any new awareness about your truths? This is all about self-discovery. This is all about doing what's best for yourself at this time. So good for you. Happy birthday, Miss L. I think that was a really great 2 cards that you got right there. Those were, especially for the situation. I mean, I love this deck, like I said. The Chakra Wisdom Oracle. One of the best decks, Oracle decks I've ever used. I mean, it's always accurate. So I love that. I mean, I don't know about you. I feel like that resonated with you to a T. Like everything that, you know, we're discussing here. It's like, I mean, you can't even like, it couldn't have gotten better, I feel like, than that. Said it. So hopefully you felt the same. Aw. Yeah, see? Those are your truths right there. Yep. That's good that you feel that way about yourself. That's good that you can say that. A lot of people go like, fuck, what are my strengths? And it takes them a while, like, to even name 5. I'm one of those people that takes a while, you know? Sometimes I'm like, can you show me that list of strengths again? I forget what they are. And it's like, but you just said it right there. Good for you, though. See, you already know. You already know. All right. So Miss L, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Everyone say happy birthday to Miss L. And on that note, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. But happy birthday, Miss L. And thanks you guys for coming. Please go ahead and like this video. Again, please, if you haven't already. And come here next time. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell next to subscribe. Hit all. Next time I go live, it'll let you know right away, right when I'm going live. So you can ask your question and hopefully get an answer this time. I'll look out for you. I see Nana. Nana right there. I know you're new. So come back next time and I'll definitely look out for you. Okay. Let's see who else. Thanks you guys for coming tonight. It was fun. And yeah, you guys, lose love. I know I've seen you before, but still come back next time. Okay. Career reading. Okay. So I don't see too many new people. I see a couple, but hi, Sahu. I need to use my capabilities and stay on a positive note. Yeah. You got this. But I'll catch you guys next time, okay? And Miss L, I want to hear from you next time. I want to see how this is going for you. If you've made any self-discovery, you know, revelations. If you did this meditation, you should do this meditation. You got this, you know. I know that's like everyone could just say that, but like seriously, like you already know what your strengths are. It seems like you're pretty good with your you know, your view of yourself and what you need. So that's good. That's awesome. You already got that covered. Now it's just time to take action, right? Bye, Sanch or Sanch. I still don't know how to say that. See, I told you my vowels are always kind of like iffy, so Just let me know if I ever say your name wrong, because it's possible that it's probably going to happen at some point. Just saying, just like the little disclaimer. Stay safe, you guys, too, okay? Come back next time. Hopefully I'll see you there. All right, have a good night. Thanks, you guys.